Hello everybody! If you want all the story's content in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 849, The Debt Collector's Apology. Upper Advanced. Eleanor had never owned a cat. She found the idea impractical, expensive, and far too sentimental. So when the tabby arrived on her doorstep one Tuesday in November, holding a dead pigeon and wearing a look of absolute ownership, she was not impressed. The cat did not care. It walked inside, dropped the pigeon on her rug, and curled up on the sofa as if it paid rent. Eleanor stared at it for a long time. Then she sighed, put on rubber gloves, and disposed of the pigeon. She tried to ignore it. The cat had other plans. It followed her from room to room, sat on her laptop during video calls, and yowled at 3 a.m. until she fed it. After 3 days, she bought a litter tray. After a week, she named it Morris, after her former boss, who also showed up uninvited and refused to leave. Morris was not affectionate. He tolerated Eleanor the way a landlord tolerates a late-paying tenant, but gradually she found herself adjusting her schedule around him. She came home earlier. She bought better tuna. She started talking to him, mostly complaints about work and the state of the postal service. One evening, Eleanor returned from the office to find her flat unusually quiet. Morris was not on the sofa. He was not in the kitchen. She checked the bedroom, the bathroom, even the cupboard where he liked to nap. Nothing. Panic rose in her throat. She had not realized how much she relied on his grumpy presence until it was gone. She spent 2 hours searching the street, calling his name, feeling ridiculous and terrified in equal measure. When she returned, defeated, she found him. He was sitting on the doormat, covered in mud, with a live mouse in his mouth. He dropped the mouse at her feet. It was still alive. It ran under the bookcase. Eleanor looked from the mouse to Morris to her pristine flat. Then she laughed. It was her first time she had laughed properly in months. "Was that meant to be an apology?" she asked him. Morris blinked slowly and walked to his food bowl. The message was clear. He had paid his debt. Now it was her turn to provide dinner. From that day on, Eleanor kept the window open. Morris came and went as he pleased. Sometimes he brought gifts. Sometimes he did not come home for days. But he always returned, and Eleanor always waited. She still did not own a cat. As far as she was concerned, Morris owned her, and that, she decided, was a fair exchange. If you learned a new word today, please make sure to subscribe so you can practice again next time. Vocabulary notes. Impractical, meaning not sensible or realistic, not useful in a real situation. From the story, she found the idea impractical, expensive, and far too sentimental. Example: buying a car is impractical if you live in a city centre and never drive. Similar words: unworkable, unrealistic, unfeasible. Tolerated, meaning accepted something unpleasant or unwelcome without complaining or allowed it to exist. From the story, he tolerated Eleanor the way a landlord tolerates a late-paying tenant. Example: he tolerated the noise from his neighbours because he did not want an argument. Similar words: endured, put up with, accepted. Defeated, meaning feeling that you cannot succeed, having lost hope or given up. From the story, when she returned, defeated, she found him. Example: after 3 failed interviews, she felt completely defeated. Similar words: beaten, discouraged, demoralized. Pristine, meaning imperfect original condition, extremely clean and untouched. From the story, Eleanor looked from the mouse to Morris to her pristine flat. Example, the hotel room was pristine when we arrived, not a speck of dust anywhere. Similar words, immaculate, spotless, unspoiled. Grumpy, meaning bad-tempered and easily annoyed, not in a good mood. From the story, she had not realized how much she relied on his grumpy presence until it was gone. Example, he is always grumpy before he has had his morning coffee. Similar words, grouchy, irritable, cantankerous. Story written by Meta, animation created by Meta. To read, see all the story's content in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. CC Music, drifting at 432 Hz, Unicorn Heads.